What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Imagine your life as it is right now. I don't care how rich or poor or middle class you are, and for whatever reason, you're out at a restaurant, and let's just even say if it's the wrong thing or you're innocent, but the police come. They confiscate you and your belongings and just take you to prison. Let's say for something that you did or something you didn't know that you did, but you didn't know what your future was to hold. You can't see your family. You can't eat like you would like to. Everything is just really changed for you at that particular point and at that level. And one of the things that happen is that, obviously we take it for granted, but when you're on that outside, like, we all are, we can go and eat whatever we want. In America, so many great restaurants, right? There's so many good food places. And now you can't eat whatever you want to eat. And then also you just can't go where you want to go. And you go from just having the freedom to do whatever you want to do to not being able to do anything. My question to you is, how would that affect you? How would that affect your life? Would you be depressed? Would you lose weight? Would you go crazy? Would you stop eating? And this is the issue that we're talking about when it comes to P. Diddy. The reality is that he allegedly is not eating. Let's kind of talk about this from the vantage point of a person that was in federal prison. I want you to hear his perspective on it.
Well, I got an inside source there at MDC, and if they knew who it was, they'd really plot. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind. And one of the things they do is they stop eating. They lose a lot of weight. Look at somebody coming out of prison. They look like a POW or something, but they've been through the ringer. Now, there's a collateral issue that may be here. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, do you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. But they can't have this guy do a... It would look kind of funny. Now, imagine if somebody got to one of the correctional officers, and this could happen. They don't make a lot of money. And there's people out there that he has things on that do have a substantial amount of money. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. He's really, really paranoid. He's really, really scared. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know who to trust or what to believe. Then he had a religious visit also, and a dietitian come talk to him. Now, there's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well. But I remember when I first went into custody at MDC Los Angeles, and I didn't eat for a couple of days, but this guy's been there about a week now, so he should be in a routine. And there's just so much, Ashley, there is so much disinformation that comes out. Like he has to get up at 6 o'clock to make his bed and mop his cell. That's for a regular housing unit at MDC. He's not getting out of the shoe. He doesn't have to make his bed, really. He's probably laying in bed all day long, just stewing and thinking. So the situation and the conditions for him are completely different than it would be for a regular inmate.
And even your boy Boyce Watkins has said some interesting things.
And so with Diddy, just the idea of facing federal charges is going to deplete a big chunk of his wealth. By taking on the feds, you're taking on the biggest, most powerful, most well-financed law firm in the entire world. So that one thing that they'd love to do is, even if you're not necessarily guilty, they'd want to drain your resources. They want you to spend $100 million defending yourself. And then they say, oh, sorry, we didn't find anything. Good luck with your life, right? So that's one component of it, right? So the economic loss to his family has been tremendous. He can't do business partnerships. Whatever money he had in reserves is pretty much going to be drained and zapped, and everything. His generational wealth is in jeopardy.
So the man's lifestyle has changed, and for sure his financial outcome, we don't know what it's going to be. And if you guys can, just see what's happened to Diddy in the last 6 months to a year. He had Ciroc, some level of partnership with that. That's gone. Okay, that's completely gone. So that's no longer an option. The opportunity is gone. He also had the same situation. I think he had like Dos Migos, the tequila. That opportunity is gone. Revolt is gone. All of the partnerships and dealerships that he had, gone. Brand deals. He got the key to the city of New York. That was gone. Everything that literally Diddy tried to do, wanted to do, is now gone. And I really want a lot of us as black men to understand that there are so many opportunities out there for us, for you, but you also need to be careful, because as sure as I'm black, I want you to know that these white people are not playing with you. These white folks are not playing with you. They're not playing with me. They're not playing with any of us. And you need to know what you are dealing with. You need to understand that if you don't want to go down the road that Diddy's gonna go and being almost a billionaire and having all the power you think you got, hey man, these people gave him that money, okay? And we gotta understand that sometimes in society as blacks, we get beside ourselves. Yeah, we got a little bit of money, yeah, we got a little bit of fame, but you gotta understand how you got it. If it wasn't for them allowing you to get it to a certain level, you would not have it. And when your money is tied up with brand deals and things like that, the dominant society, and you're doing things as if you are a white person and or somebody that's non-black, that's not closer to European, and thinking that you can get away with those same things and thinking that it's okay, somebody's just gonna knock you down, and you don't want it to be yourself. And I want every black man under the sound of my voice, don't you be no fool. You better keep your stuff together. You better stop playing around. You guys better get it together and do it fast. I see too many brothers that get some money and start just being reckless, thinking you can do whatever you want to do. Somebody looking to make an example of you, especially if you're a black man and you're successful, you got drive, and you know what I'm saying, you're able to go ahead and do some things, and especially in the main corporate sector, somebody wants to knock you down, man. So you got to make sure that your stuff is on point, it's clean. You can have some scandals, but just not a whole lot, all right? You can do certain things here and there, yes, okay? You can do some of the things you ain't supposed to be doing and maybe get away with it. But something that's what he's doing, no. You got too many enemies. And you need to understand where you are as a black man, that you're still black. Always remember that. I keep trying to tell you, black men. A lot of you black men think that it's all good, it's all cool. I'm not trying to say what P. Diddy did wasn't wrong or that it was attached to race. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you are in trouble, and you are doing what you're not supposed to do, that they're gonna come for you. And one of the reasons that they think that Diddy might feel like he don't want to eat is because he felt like, oh, they might be trying to poison me, and like Jeffrey Epstein kind of thing. Nah, man, don't feel sad, bro. This is the music. You gotta face the music right now. You gotta face that music, bro. It is what it is. And all the black men out there under the sound of my voice, I want you to understand that all of us can go through this. In the time that Diddy was coming up, in the late 80s, early 90s, 2000s, you could do whatever you want, okay? Especially in the, hip hop was not as organized a sector, it was easy for him to dominate the industry to a certain degree. So he was doing whatever he wanted to do. Hip hop was just like, it was like a unwritten, it was like a blank piece of paper. But what you don't understand is all of that stuff, video evidence, testimonies, DNA, now they got, hey man, you can't make those same mistakes you used to make back in the day and get away with it and just not change up. The game is too cold now, it's too thick, So when you got money and notoriety now, you actually got to deal with less people. You got to have less parties. I'm gonna tell you a story. It was about maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. I got invited to a booty clapping festival. It was here in Africa too. It was some prominent people there, and it was some chicks that was gonna come through, and they were bona fide booty. They were booty clappers, right? They were booty clapping it up, and it was gonna be cheeks all through there, right? It was gonna be just come through, booty clap, and but the thing was, I didn't know who was gonna be there with what cameras, and I'm not the kind of person that want to be there with a bunch of dudes and a whole bunch of 3 or 4 clapping it up. I'm the kind of man that if I'm gonna clap you, I'm gonna take you to clap state. I'm gonna just get me a room over here at the at the 6 or whatever, and I'm gonna just enjoy your cheeks, in my privacy. I'm too old to be out there with a whole bunch of old dudes just in a session of booty clapping. I'm just not gonna do that, man. I'm too old. I'm an OG now. I'm not gonna do that. I just can't do that. All right. I'm not going to booty clap with the rest of you dudes here I'm O'Shea Duke Jackson. So I was like, nah, man, I'm not about to do that. And you know, and lo and behold, I'm glad I didn't do that, because one of the dudes ended up being a sucker anyway. You know what I'm saying? He ended up just being like, you know, he wasn't really real with nothing. He was trash. So I'm glad that I just didn't, you know, I didn't go that route, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been all bad. Because you never know if people want you to, you know, basically invite you somewhere like Diddy was doing, just so they can blackball you. You also got to look at that side of the game too. Are people inviting you to a place or something like that just so they can, you know, get something on you? Oh, okay, yeah, you know, we want to invite you, whatever, so they can have something on you. Like, oh man, I got this footage on bruh. He was out there, you know, eating the box, you know, with this chick. And so he was drunk doing whatever he was doing, and boom, now we got him. Got him! You know what I'm saying? We caught him slipping. So, you know what I'm saying? You when you got money and you got fame and all that, you can't be out there just, you know, with these people, man. You can't be at these kind of parties and stuff. You know, you can get to little get-togethers and all that, but if you're gonna be at this, when you out here going upstairs with chicks and you clapping cheeks and that, you can't do that. You can't be in people's cheeks at parties where somebody would be able to see you and say they saw you there and all of that. You can't do that, bro. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Let's Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Scare the bell. We're out.